Alright, hello everyone. I am going to be playing Amnesia today. Here's hoping everything's actually going correctly. Just gotta wait a little bit. Check if everything's acting proper. Alright, everything looks to be in order. Uh, I'll just play normal because I've never played the game. But since I'm an avid player of horror games, I should fare decently well.
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten.
Ugh.
The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
Aw, yeah. Mmm. Follow the liquid trail and find its source. Okay, that's fallen in. Hmm. That effect is not nice on the eyes. Interesting. Okay, I guess I can't go that way. Ugh. Got a tinderbox even though it was a cylinder. Woo! More tinderboxes. So, current number of tinderboxes is shown in the inventory. Sanity crystal clear, health all good. Alright, we're doing good here. Let's see if I can turn down that blur or something. Advanced options. I guess not. Oh, what the... What is going on? What? Okay. I don't exactly know what... Alright. No notes, nothing. I guess I can't be in the dark. Okay, so that's a place I can hide. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, there's a jump button. Welcome, Galen, to me playing game. Horror. Whoa. Thank... Uh... Thank you for the birthday present. Man, it is... Whatever this visual effect is, I don't like it. Well, that's what I'm hoping for, is for you to enjoy what I'm playing. Eh, I don't like that noise. This probably was super scary back in the day. Ooh. Head is pounding and head is shaking. Hands are shaking. It won't open, it's locked. That is not unsettling at all. God, this game's gonna make me fucking die. Just imagine I'm Steve Irwin and everything will be fine. Sure. I don't exactly think Steve Irwin had to deal with, psychological horror. To my knowledge, at least. Yeah, go wrestle the monster. Got it. Such a good idea. I can't turn away.
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
What? What? Whoa, my sanity's back. Fucking hissing cockroaches. The other children cheered him on, his name voiced in a steadily rising pace, urging him to do it. Am I really doing this? Oh. Messed that up, I guess.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brandenburg.
Yeah, no. I'll see you later. I don't fucking like whatever that is. Holy shit. Could go to the wine cellar. Okay. laboratory. Okay, so we're at least doing a little bit of exploring. There's obviously somebody in the lab. Ain't nothing really in there. The archives. That. It won't budge, I gotta get rid of those. Could fall down there on purpose, but I don't wanna. There's another door there. Okay. It's tough and pliant. It can't be torn by hands or tools. No diaries available. Memento. Some sort of organic tissue blocks back to the refinery. Can it be dissolved? Well, the lab's always helpful for that. Lab time. Traveling to Dover meant going through Canterbury. He made sure to pay a visit to avoid the sense of guilt connected with... I will be right back. I gotta go check on something. Whoops. Ugh. I am back now. Time to suffer in relative silence. what unsettling event did you see, dude? Probably heard that. Probably his issue. Interesting.
There should be more coop rats. Let me see. And one part aquaforce.
Jitterbugs. The lack of a chimney to properly vent the fumes from my most recent experiments has taken its toll on many of my less stable ingredients in storage. Some seem unaffected, but many are stained by the fumes and will be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can and move them to the wine cellar. Interesting. So nothing really of note in the lab. Man, you really do go through oil quick. Let's go to the Cella Veneria. It's locked and won't open without a key. Of course not. And now the question is, where is that key? Possibly in the archives. Since I didn't find anything in the lab.
May 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Interesting. Nothing really of note in here. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander Baron of Brennenburg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years, when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander Baron of Brennenburg is to recommend my services at the Prussian royal court, and within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break the seal. Wilhelm, House of Gerich. I don't like that.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Damn, that goes out real far. This is a very big open space. That's never good. Okay. I didn't very much like that one. Not much like this one. Why? Did the piano start playing in there? Historia Loci. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh, you can lean? The amount of brain power it is taking to stay calm. Whoa! Much like that at all. What? What? Why? I just picked up a note. Why?
17th of May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
My body obviously didn't care much for that room.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Fragile but not breakable by hand. And that made my sanity go better. For some reason.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Some sort of secret door mechanism in the local history room. Allstadt and Brandenburg Castle 1801. Another region rich with lore in Allstadt. Deep within the East Prussian woods, for centuries there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor, Castle Brennenburg. The quiet forest-clad mountains, dressed with scattered lakes, is as picturesque as it can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you'll hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twist on the tales, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. The Gatherers. The story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought with their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks dragged behind them, which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? A visit undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Allstadt at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Allstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? Welcome, Courtney. The immortal Baron, the Baron of Brennenburg, lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby, Allstadt, and like most of those noble births, rumors are inherited alongside with the title. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remained popular throughout his presumed lifetime. A family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage, therefore the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring have never been fully recorded. This has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the West over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle along with the great leaders of this country. Since I'm going to be having small bit trouble, let's look through all the books to see which ones I can and cannot grab. There we go. Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave or they will starve. Whatever comes first, they can rot for all I care. Maybe I'll feed them some wine. It would, in a sense, solve both of my problems. I did not like that. You have not seen me play this game yet. It's called Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Okay, so it only broke up in the door? Is that it? What? Oh. I can be chased now. Oh. Shit. Oh, fuck. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Let me out, let me out, let me out, please. Oh no. Oh, what the fuck? Why? Ah! Oh, holy shit. What? Interesting way about unlocking a door. Alright. Can't be that bad. It could probably be that bad.
Where did the Baron go?
Who cares? He left us enough wine to last us a lifetime. Or at least until tomorrow.
Jar Cooprite. I don't exactly know how Cooprite's gonna help me. Yeah, I don't think I want to go that way. Because it slowly eats away. God. This room doesn't have anything. Yeah, I didn't like that. Well, this is a horror game.
What's happening? Oh, it feels like my chest is going to burst.
My God! Wilhelm, do something!
Accept it. We're not getting out of here.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit! Let us out of here!
My name is Wilhelm House of Gerich. These are my final words, my confession and testament. 2 years ago, I was summoned to the Castle Brennenburg. As most of the aristocracy, I was curious about what the supposed Knight of the Order could want from me and accepted the invitation. The Baron was friendly and offered me a proposition. It dawned on me that the nature of the contract was sordid and that the reason I was chosen was because of the follies of my past and not the honors I've been rewarded with during my time as a soldier. I was to kidnap healthy humans upon his slightest whim and do so without asking question. In return, would attest to my character at the royal court, advancing my position within noble society. I would like to claim that I struggled with my decision, but it came swiftly and I accepted wholeheartedly. Ever since that day, I've brought men, women, and children to Brennenburg, and I can't remember the numbers, but there were many, perhaps even 100, none of whom were ever seen or heard from again. Tonight the Baron invited me and my men down to the wine cellar to celebrate our work. I had my suspicions as we descended the stairs, but he insisted and joined us in a toast. The wine had tasted fine and my men drank without restraint. So begins the punishment for our sins. The Baron has locked us up and returned upstairs. Forgive me for what I've done. I was weak and fell into his diabolic ways. My men are screaming. Their skin has been pierced by their own tangled bones. I feel my insides revolt against their God-given nature. Blood has begun to pour from my eyes, and I can no longer. Oh, okay. Let's check the mementos. There's still stuff down here, so I might as well finish checking around. Okay, that door won't open no matter what. The laudanum heals, but Cuprite does something. No, I don't need anything right now. Okay. Sanity. Not good at all. Trust me, I'm trying to make sure I make progress, man.
What was that?
Ulperman. K. I think my sanity has slightly gone back up. No. Hopping in the lab. Whoops. My sanity currently ain't the best. Four different chemicals are needed to use. Okay. So where are these four chemicals? This is my third attempt to produce artificial vitae. The former compounds lack the potency I need, but I sense I'm close. Calamine and orpiment are a given, and the cuprite binds them. Well, this time I will attempt aqua regia instead of aqua fortis, in hope it will produce a more even solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The solution is highly acid and proves impractical to put to any use except as a detergent. Organic tissue reacts especially violently to the solution and should be handled with the greatest care. I might be able to use this recipe, but I'm losing hope that I'll find an alchemic solution to my predicament. One day I'll return. If it wasn't for the thought of you, my love, I wouldn't be able to go on. When I find myself doing terrible things, I take comfort in you. As long as I'm able to think of you and long for a life together, I know I'm better than the others. I weep for them. They lust for power without restraint, where I only crave fair judgment and a safe return. Oh, okay.
There's nothing left. Everything's gone.
Okay. So I need 4 chemical things. Mementos, diaries, notes, chemical location. think he moved all of them to the cellar. That'd be kind of asinine if he moved them all to the cellar. Because it means I missed a couple of them. Well, can't hurt to go back in. It was at least... Okay, I got the Aqua Regia, which I forgot to grab, apparently. So I got this one. Means there should also be one here, yep. Oh, you shit. Few cuts and bruises. Okay. So how am I gonna go about getting out of here? So do I gotta... Should I climb up? No. Can I pick up the rock? Oh. Okay, lab time. I've made some progress. Like, ah, fuck. Don't like that. Don't like that the wall, so far this game is... All I know is I'm an amnesiac. And I'm trying to do something. So, calamine, orpiment, cuprite, and aqua regia. I now have a pot of acid and a slight headache.
Getting closer somehow.
So, how does the game want me getting out of here? Oh, no. Don't tell me. Okay, no, it's not telling me. So how am I supposed to get out? Oh. I gotta go through here? No? How am I supposed to get out? Ooh, maybe get this box on top of one of the barrels. Yes, that was the way out. Michael's a genius. Gotta get out of here before it hurts me. Ow! As it grows larger, that becomes more concerning. Into the refinery I go. I guess it's part of the house. Yes, we are British.
It sure is dark in here.
Yes, and there's a good reason for it. But you can light the lamp now if you wish.
What's the reason? For the darkness, that is.
Stay close. Be careful not to stray.
What's the reason? Why is it so dark?
Pay attention, Daniel. It's important that you keep going straight and make sure not to stray.
Enemies? Enemies? We were having a flashback. Ticket the Gatherer went that way, so I'm gonna go in here. Sounds about right. Tasted better when it was first made.
June 1839. It's been more than a month since my last entry. After the event inside the underground chamber in Algeria, Professor Herbert insisted I return to England. He said he didn't want to risk forfeiting the entire expedition lest I took a turn for the worse. An excessive decision, in retrospect. But I'm glad it turned out that way. I found my journal this morning in the haphazard collection of things brought home from Africa. Next to it lay the broken stone orb wrapped in cloth. I tried to assemble it, but couldn't. The pieces wouldn't fit together, as if they weren't from the same object. Could I have imagined it all? Was there ever a complete orb?
Yes, orb. Oh, it's a way down. Totally not fucking scary at all.
June 1839. I feel the need to continue this journal, even though it was intended for my journey to Africa. This must be something very important. I just know it. I've taken it upon myself to piece the orb back together, but it's been more difficult than one might think. The pieces are behaving strangely. They seem to change color, shape, and texture, but ever so slightly. Yesterday, I took careful measurements and notated any significant markings. Today, I confirmed my suspicions. They were changing. I was terrified and rushed off to see the finest geologist in London, Sir William Smith. I approached the subject with care, and we discussed how rocks change form. He told me about the nature of glass, how it eventually collapses on itself, like ice slowly melting over the course of centuries. Smith eased my mind a bit. but I can't escape the feeling that these shards have otherworldly properties.
Okay. Yikes, my sanity is straight up dead. Falling on that, that's one. Wonderful, my sanity's almost dead. Like, ugh. Oh no. Is this where I think it is? Okay, not quite. Oh no. It is. Oh, oh fuck, dude. Oh my god. No! 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 Well, from the sounds of it, it seems to be a monster of some sort. Let me up, please. Oh my fucking god. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Leave. Oh, fuck. Up, 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 up. Please. Are you fucking joking me? Okay, I'm out, I'm fucking out. Oh. No. No, you're joking. You're lying. You're kidding. You're fucking with me, you're fucking with me. You're absolutely fucking with me, man. Fuck, dude! I thought I was safe, man. Oh, it's right behind me. Oh, it's right behind me. Oh. It's right there. It's right behind me. It's right behind me. Everything's okay now. There's storage. Oh, man. Calming music. The guest room. The study.
You have an ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
Do I want to go down yet? I don't think so. Well, that's locked. Yeah, I should have tried the doors. Well, the study's open. Tinderbot. Yeah, I'm running low on oil. The Biblia. My most trusted student and friend, Johann Fire. The most remarkable thing happened as I was traveling through the Prussian woods this summer. I finally found one of those orbs. Orb. I have been looking for the last 20-odd years. It is as inexplicable as the Heliodromus described in the Hortus Conclusus. It was as it was told about an underground Mythreich temple crowned with the unearthly artifact. The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hands, and the texture was smooth and jagged. Its color washed while rich. Contrast is not enough to describe its nature. It was an impossibility, an artificial paradox captured within stone. I was staying in a nearby village called Altstadt, investigating one of the antiquated trails. When I finally found the cavern, I went inside and suddenly I could verify the truth of these enigmatic artifacts. They were real. As you can understand, this is the most important discovery of my life, but it has also become my greatest fear. As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel that I was trespassing. Because of my curiosity, I did my best to fight these instincts and fetch the orb from its place. I scrambled out of the chamber and into the woods. I could sense something was following me. It bayed loudly as it closed in. The beast, this guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. I made my way to a nearby ravine where I stumbled upon some men fishing in the lake. I tried to warn them as I passed, but fortunately they remained as I continued my escape. When I heard their cry of pain echo through the valley, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief, thinking I would be spared. Suddenly, a blue shimmering light engulfed me, and the colors of the forest were washed away before my eyes. I kept running through the bleak surroundings. The trees had turned charcoal, black with leaves of cinder, the ground covered in murky water. I pressed on through the drenched land as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind and rained on me. I could hear pleading screams in the distance, and I joined in as pain and fear overtook me. I fell to the ground, gasping for air. This certainly must sound strange, but I had been carried miles away from across the Alps to a grassy field outside Genoa. The Guardian had taken the orb from me, but still until this day I fear its return. Sometimes I lay awake at night listening for the howling cry I heard in the forest. It has been nearly a decade since that day, and I still haven't been able to write about that incident. The last time we spoke to you, you told me about your interest and ongoing research into the mythic orbs, and I realized I owed you the truth about my visit to Altstadt. Your friend and mentor, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. Sad and unfortunate.
Let's see what you have to offer.
Well, I don't much like that.
should have sharpened the saw, but I can sense it. It's definitely there.
Canis lupus familiaris. After a short study, it is clear that the agitation found among humans can be found in the dog. Fear and pain induce stress, which seems to trigger an endogenous response, causing the animal to burst with energy. I believe that the catalyst is produced in the brain. It is difficult to determine exactly where and what it is, but I can sense it. It reeks of cosmic genesis. There's an inherent problem in harvesting this energy since the creature is bound to die from the exercise. I must refine this process of torture to enable any real work to be done. More experiments must be performed, but it seems that only human beings are able to produce the amount necessary. It might be their ability to appreciate the severity of the process that ultimately augments their experience of terror. Oh. It's one way to scare the shit out of me. Further disappointment, the antiquarian's latest findings yielded nothing. I'm still unable to grasp the inner workings of life and its relation to the power I sense within it. I shall pursue more books on the subject, but I suspect it will be in vain. Since no research has been made in my particular interest, I must attempt to fill that void myself. Clearly humans emanate more of the energy I seek, but I hope animals will suffice, as they would prove less of a hassle to acquire. Dude's straight up killing dudes for some sort of energy. Find the key, find the way around the rubble. Whatever that was, just don't. I'm surprised I'm not doing so bad.
My journal is gone. What would they want with my journal?
Why'd you stay open? Oil! Laudanum.
2nd of July, 1839. I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. He was badly injured, as if maimed by a lion. The man rambled deliriously about the expedition being attacked by something horrible. The French quickly dispatched a search party to look for the expedition. After searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow, I'll retrieve the things they recovered from Herbert's tent at the customs house. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm worried for him.
Oh, well. That happened. Blood in the guest room. Hey, crowbar.
3rd of July, 1839. Today I picked up Herbert's things at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition. The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, the day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states, "Recovered Daniel after 1 hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour? I continued reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion, but suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through the ranks, and Herbert had to take some extreme measures to continue. He finally visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface. His account confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, what are those pieces in my drawing room?
Good question, dude. Don't worry about it. Why the fuck do they have hissing cockroaches here? Oh, it broke the crowbar. Fuck, man.
The key. Please, let it be here. Oh, thank God, there it is. I guess it is a good place to hide it then.
Why? Why?
Fourth of July, 1839. It's done. The orb is assembled. I was awakened by an exhausting nightmare. Shaking and sweating, I retired to the drawing room with a cup of tea. The relic pieces lay spread across the table as I'd left them, but somehow I knew how it was supposed to be. I fetched the tar, which I had prepared to fix the pieces together, and without fault I joined them, producing the orb I remembered so clearly. The tar proved unnecessary. It was pushed out from the joining pieces as they merged on their own, with no adhesive. The ancient stone relic now rests on my table. Its immaculate surface and perfect shape could have been molded by a factory. This is all too strange.
I got the machine room key now. And now the guest room's done. I wasn't there before.
Don't forget your bag, Daniel.
I won't, Herbert.
There is no shame in using a parasol in the desert. As it happens, it's imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
The shade will hurt much less than dying, I assure you.
Hmm? Interesting. Wait. When did you unlock? Oh, it's been unlocked. Strange and unnatural, you say? Definitely not a good sign for me, then. Even the character says it's strange and unnatural. Oh, don't you dare be coming in here. God, I'm gonna have to just, like, die. It is not a zombie. Need to find all the parts before I can assemble it. Not a drill part. Tinderbox. Tinderbox. There better be oil in here. Alexander, I have prepared the explosives you need for clearing the flood drain. I can't stress enough how important it is that the mixture is handled with care. Please try to tell your feather-brained servants this before you go ahead with your plans. The liquids are not by themselves explosive and should be kept separated to avoid further mishaps. I've arranged 2 large vats in the next room for the ingredients. All you need to do is mix the liquids and you're ready to go. Now I've got a drill, which does something. The valve is rusted shut. I now have an explosive.
Please, let me go. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I just want to go home. No! Get away from me! Leave me alone!
You gonna go boom? Do I want to light it or something? That was a big ass explosion. But I don't get my container back.
Why are you doing this? Get away from me!
That is mighty unfortunate.
Please, I beg you.
There was a dude behind that door. What? Ow. You know? I guess that makes sense. And there's nothing really out of the ordinary there. If a full set of 3 rods is unavailable, there's 1 rod in the inner study rooms, which might work in case the elevator breaks down again. Unless it is absolutely necessary, always use the spare rods in the storage before using a mended one. After I get out of this room... Fucking yikes, dude. Oh, you literally just can't have him in your screen at all. Yikes, dude. Don't see me, please. I'm gonna go in that room you came out of. Holy fuck, is it killing my mental state, though? Come on, we gotta get out now, boys. I think we've searched the entire place. Yeah, my sanity's dead. Being out of oil really sucks right now. Like, it's bad to the point where the audio's messing up. Alright, see you, suckers. Oh, man.
Herbert, how did we find this place? An old friend back in Algiers gave me a map.
Why isn't he with us? Didn't he want to come?
He wanted to, Daniel, but things don't always turn out the way we planned.
So I have pretty bad sanity. Does playing with the water do anything? No. So, I'm gonna get to the machine room door. And then, as sad as it is to say, everyone, this will be the end of the stream. I hope all who came enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.